Good morning, everyone. My name is Yomi Martins, your financial services consultant. I have a very special topic for today, which I will tag thinking out of the box. Thinking out of the box. I had to think very deeply as regards the consequence of what I'm going to be saying in this video because I bet you it's going to be very controversial, right? Okay, thinking out of the box. Now, why I said it's going to be controversial is that I'm sure I'm going to receive loads of messages regarding the pros and cons of what I'm going to talk about. Let me give you an example. Thinking out of the box for business, for political economics as regards the COVID-19 challenges that we're having. I'm going to be handling both aspects, both for business and for the political economics, and I'm going to, try and wrap up as fast as possible. Okay, for starters, that's why I said it's going to be controversial and it's going to be pretty interesting. Okay, for starters, as I said, I remember there was a time I was running a pure water company called Rush Premium Water. It was based in the city of Ikorodu in Lagos, Nigeria. And Rush Premium Water, within less than 18 months, on the internet rating, it was one of the top 5 brands that was one of the top five bottled water brands in the city of Lagos before I now sold the company and I now divested. Now, I faced a lot of challenges, and part of the challenges was the huge staff turnover. If you are very conversant with business in Lagos, especially running a pure water company, you pure water and bottled water company, that is, you realize that you'll be working with loads of artisans who are not really skilled laborers, who are graduates or anything. So you'll be facing the problem of high staff turnover. Sometimes I'll pay salary today, and I can tell you that my salary then was one of the highest in a Kodo environment. I'll pay salary today, the next morning when I wake up, there'll be nobody there. Everybody would have disappeared. They would have invested the money I gave them as salary into something else. It wasn't as if I didn't have good staff welfare. It wasn't as if my pay was not okay. It was okay. But it was just the mentality of people. Business is like warfare. Then I had to call one of my colleagues who was running a similar business in the same environment. And I told him my challenges. He said, Yomi, what's the meaning of that? Come off it. You are paying salaries on time, on the 30th of each month. Who does that? Come on. They will go because they don't have any sense of loyalty or any sense of responsibility. He said what he does is this. He plays on their psychology, right? Instead of giving them their money on the 30th, he pays them as late as the 7th or the 10th of the next month. I felt, this was not normal practice that I learned from my MBA school and everything as a graduate and all that stuff, for my masters and everything. This is not good HR practice, but it was what was workable. When I implemented that strategy, though it defied all HR laws, I started retaining my staff for longer periods. I started also giving them other incentives to make them stay, even though already my salary was way better than the other companies around the neighborhood. Now, that is thinking out of the box. Sometimes we have to do very unconventional things to achieve our purpose. That's why I said it's going to be controversial. Now, let me flip it a bit to the political economics and the COVID-19 crisis that we're having. Like I said, business, political economics, and all that is like a warfare. We can't afford to lock down the economy, the global economy, for 18 months until a vaccine is produced. We have to look at alternative solutions to our problem. I'm not a doctor, so I'm not going to advise you on what I'm not supposed to advise you on. But from the feelers I'm having, even President Trump, Donald Trump, in the United States said chloroquine can work, zinc can work, like combination drugs and everything. I don't have all my facts right. Another school of thought in an European country said people wearing face masks, it can also work, right? So instead of social distancing, we'll probably, if we stick to the concept of protecting ourselves and not transmitting the disease airborne through droplets and everything, it can work. Why don't we give those options a try? Because the consequences of locking down a fragile Nigerian economy or a fragile global economy will be humongous. And for us to recover from it, it might take quite a while. We need to start thinking out of the box. What are Nigerian medical experts doing? What are the options they are creating? We don't need to wait for what's just what WHO alone say, or what the United States government say, what China says, and all that stuff. If we are proactive, what we should do is look at the models applicable. We're lucky actually right now, because we are coming into the COVID crisis late. So we would have been able to understudy various models of handling this pandemic the world over. China, South Korea, Italy, Spain, United States of America. What have we actually learned from it? What are the proactive ways to curb the spread and also ensure our economy does not suffer? I think those are the thinking out of the box strategy we need to be, discussing on a round table, and ensure that Nigeria comes out of this pandemic stronger. We do not always have to follow status quo. We can create and invent our own solution. We are not follow, as Fela Anikulapo Kuti said. We are not follow. We can create our own solution peculiar to our own situation. I remain yours, Yomi Martins, broadcasting from the city of Lagos, Nigeria, your financial services consultant. If you like my content, you can click below, subscribe, drop me a comment on how you feel about my video. Right? As I said, I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not recommending anything, but all I'm recommending is let us think out of the box. Let's think about a solution that is peculiar to our country and our situation, so that people do not suffer more than they should, both in our political economics and also in our businesses. Sometimes we go to school and the theories don't work. We need to probably implement theories that work based on the situations we find ourselves. Remain blessed. As I said before, if you like the content, click below, subscribe, like, drop me a comment. I'll surely reply you. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.